Okay. So as you already shifted bearish, as you already shifted bullish, I will expect price to use this as a pullback, matching to this. Then you enter much more from here. So welcome back everybody to today's episode. Um, I just entered a trade. I entered the setup, and I'm here to review this setup before we continue the lesson. Before we continue our lessons. So looking at what is happening here, from the 4-hour perspective, we are within a 4-hour fractal range. So yesterday we had this 4-hour fractal range playing out like this, right? And today we have this range, 4-hour range. Price has come to the lows. It can be, you see this one, we moved to the lows, we moved impulsive, and we moved back down before the main move happened. The same thing can be happening here. This one can be price moving to the upside, to switch bearish, because on the 4-hour we can see that we haven't really mitigated the 4-hour demand zone. We haven't really mitigated it. So price can be, pushing up to facilitate this pullback into this bullish demand zone, and we will continue, right, to target this weak structure. However, price doesn't have to. We can see after we tap this structure, we had a strong 1 2 3 4 times 4 16 hours candle, right, pushing strong to the downside. So we had a strong move to the downside, which is below EQ. When I extend my premium and discount pricing, you can see this one is EQ. Price moved past EQ, right? We've moved past EQ. This is one 4-hour candle, so we have about 2 hours 53 minutes for this candle to close. This candle can continue to push higher. However, my job is to execute my setup and see or wait for price to do whatever I want to do. So this is the fractal range I'm trading within. This is my fractal strong structure, because from here you can see, let's say from here we can see that all of these candles broke above the candle side. So we are pulling back into this zone, which is premium and demand, and we will continue. We've already initiated our zone. We will come to the zone to mitigate it. We are expecting continuation. So when I came to the 15 minutes, I saw that here was the last low. The last low that led to a break of this low. So when price broke this, it means we've already switched. The internal pullback has ended, and we are about to continue the main move, which means price can pull back. We are expecting this pullback, and then we will have our continuation, right? However, this is what is happening. We've already, when we look back here, you can see this zone that it doesn't have any inducement, right? There is no inducement here, which means this zone, if we don't get inducement being built in the leg, then the probability of price taking this low is very high. Looking at this pullback, do we have inducement built in it? And what is the inducement that we are even looking for? So looking at these 4-hour zones, this pullback is what we are coming to. identify our strong liquidation in it. The strong liquidation is what is an inducement. It is commonly referred to as fake break. So we want to see price, you know, switching bullish if this was the last high. We want to see price breaking above the last high to create a strong structure, something like this, right? Because it broke above the structure and led to the downside. And we will expect price to break the lows. We will expect price to break the lows. So when we break the strong structure, that led to the break of a strong structure. When we liquidate the strong structure, there is a strong liquidation. We can enter here to continue the move. So here the zone has already failed. You can see that the zone has failed. So we will delete this. When we look at what is happening here, this is the fake break that we are seeing. You can see we had this push to the downside, push to the upside, strong push to the downside, quiet push to the upside, push to the downside, push to the upside. It was still within this range, right? Push to the downside, push to the upside, push to the downside. So within this pullback, we haven't really had any strong liquidation. What has happened is a break of structure, a change of character. A change of character is the first signal that this pullback is ending. So now the pullback inducement, which is the P bid, it doesn't necessarily have to be built on the same time frame as this. This leg inducement, this is what we call leg inducement. Leg inducement is supposed to be built on the same time frame. So let's say this, if you are looking to trade from this zone and we are expecting price to use this as inducement, let's say price will come down to liquidate this for us to have the strong liquidation, or to even liquidate it into this strong liquidation with this our structure. We can step in here and buy after the strong liquidation, and we will identify this zone to be used as inducement because this is on the same time frame. However, the P bid, which is the pullback inducement, it doesn't necessarily have to be built on the same time frame. So what happened was went to the 5 minutes. The pullback inducement, the P bid, can be built on this time frame. I'm about to journal this trade. After I'm done journaling, maybe I will get some sleep. I'll get some sleep and allow the trade to play out. So we'll see, because we already changed structure. If price comes back here and we change character, even if we are continuing,